What's going on, guys? So I'm about to play a 200k wager against C-Saint Gaming. Please go subscribe to C-Saint Gaming if you're watching this. His link will be right in the description. He's one of my good buddies. He has around the same viewership as I do, and me and him talk all the time. He's a great dude, and we decided we're gonna play for 200k. Now, I just want to show you before this game. I didn't talk. I'm not gonna talk during this game just because I get too distracted, especially in a game like this. But this is my new defense. Just behold, Sean Taylor, Vontez Perfect, Zach Thomas, Anthony Barr, Brian Dawkins, Richard Sherman, JJ Watt, the new Clowney, Josh Norman, and Rondé Barber. That is a new defense. I'm not going to show you my offense because my offense is like, like, my offense is a little bit rough. I do have that nice flashback RG3. He has been good for me. But this defense, man, you guys are going to want to, you're going to want to watch this whole, like, I have a feeling that I'm going to be making some plays with this. I have yet to play a game with all of them. I've just been working all day to get this. But make sure, go subscribe to C-Saint Gaming right now and enjoy the video. So he gets the ball first in this game. He's got the Steelers uniforms on. I got my Titans uniforms on. I'm actually pretty happy that I got the ball first. But right off the bat, Sean Taylor gets the huge hit stick fumble, and Brian Dawkins scoops that up, so we are on offense. I drop back with RG3. I throw a nice lob pass to Dorial Green-Beckham, who comes down with it with one hand. Great way to start the game. I could not ask for a better way to begin a match. I don't think I've ever started this good. So on defense, he even was saying after the game how dominant this defense was and how tough it was there. Anthony Barr gets on the, I put him on a QB contain from a linebacker spot. He gets a sack and then he goes deep and tries Brian Dawkins, who comes up with the interception. So we are up 7-0 with ball, and we're getting the ball at half. And I give the ball to Chris Johnson, who breaks a tackle and goes all the way for a touchdown. As I was saying about C-Saint Gaming earlier, make sure to go subscribe to him. That guy, me and him both started in the MLB, kind of around that time when MLB The Show was a thing. Here he actually breaks a kick return for a touchdown early to make it 14-7. But me and him both started in the Diamond Dynasty stage. We've both kind of grown our channels together, and it's pretty cool. You're definitely going to want to check him out. So I'm back on offense. RG3, third down and 12. I find Jordan Reed over the middle, who has remained my tight end despite all these changes because he is very good. And then I go to Chris Johnson, who powers his way up for about 8 yards. Then RG3 hits Jordan Reed on a nice little out. So my offense is very, very simple. I will say that much. Like, it's really, really dumbed down. Now that I have a powerful defense, I don't feel the need to have such a fancy offense anymore. So I'm just kind of winging it now. There I get sacked with RG3. So on third down and 8, I throw a nice possession catch to Amari Cooper. But as I was saying, my offense is really, really simple now. Here he goes to Chris Johnson and leaves Antonio Gates open. I cannot believe I still have Antonio Gates. That was the second elite I pulled all year. That is the same card. I've had that card pretty much since day one. Here he goes deep. I make a terrible user play with Rondé Barber. I don't know what was going through my mind when I jumped up in front like that. That was absolutely terrible. So he's got some momentum on 3rd and 7. He throws a nice little hook route and he decides to take the field goal, which was a very, very good decision. That makes him only down by 11 points. But I'm getting the ball at the half. And first play of the half, I drop back with RG3 and I hit Amari Cooper on a nice short little game to make it 3rd down and 1. And I go to one of my favorite little plays. I put Dre Archer at fullback and I hit him in the flats, and he has room, and he's gonna go for about an 80-yard gain down the sideline. That play is so nasty. I love running those fullback out routes. I'm a simple offensive player. There I get a nice big run with Chris Johnson again. And then on the goal line, Eli Manning comes in for one play and throws a touchdown into the end zone to make the score 28-0. But as I was saying, I love hitting those flat routes in the game. There's nothing more simple and easy than just hitting a nice, simple little, I just said simple 3 times, and hitting a nice little, flat route. And then there, Brian Dawkins. Can you say Brian Dawkins? He comes up with the user pick. That is 2 interceptions. Let's get the interception counter going. 2 interceptions. And then I get the sack fumble on 2nd and 10. So C-Saint Gaming is in a little bit of trouble on offense. He is struggling with my defense, and he goes deep. And who other than Brian Dawkins comes up with another huge interception. So I have the ball here. 1st down 10. I hit Dorial Green-Beckham, and he had a huge game too. He does not get tackled. He lets me go, and we scamper in for the touchdown to make the score 42-10. And this one is almost getting out of hand. It's almost at the point where it is out of hand. He hits me on a nice little out route. And this is the point where he kind of actually starts to understand what I was doing on defense more. You could tell he was hitting me through the seams a lot, because that's sometimes where I'm weakest most is through the seams, because I'm a really I play a lot of user. And if If you wait long enough, I'll mess up on YouTube. But here, I thought Brian Dawkins was going to have his 4th pick of the game. He does not, but the ball is out of bounds. So on 4th down and 10, I overuse it. I thought he was doing, I thought he was throwing the C route on the outside, and I leave the middle guy wide open. So that was incredibly unfortunate and a huge mistake on my part. But on 1st and 10, I'm getting the ball back, and I'm gonna play it safe right now. Like, I'm not gonna do anything too fancy. Here on 2nd down and 6, I hit Jordan Reed for a nice 4-yard gain, and then 3rd down and 1. I try a play action. I'm trying to throw to Gates right there, and I do not manage to throw to Gates, so I have to punt him the ball. And you will see, I got that new Brett Kern Football Outsiders. You're definitely gonna want to get that card. That guy can punt the ball. He punts the ball deep, so he's on his own 22-yard line. He hits the tight end JJ Watt for a pretty solid gain down the sidelines, and he's moving the ball again. I'm like, I was a little choked. I wanted to have this be a huge blowout. I'm also playing for 200K, so I'm like pinching myself, like I'm about to win 200K. Here he's got Donovan McNabb, so he rolls out, and I almost got the fumble there. I thought that QB might fumble, but he did not. So he goes deep, and I let that happen way too easily. He gets the touchdown to make the score 42-24. But have no fear, Dree Archer is here, and I cannot tell you how many times that play has worked for me. If you don't know, Sports Gamers Online, they did a tip video on this using my method of kick returning, and it is blown up. Everybody loves it. Everybody uses it, and I love doing that kick return method. It works for me more times than not. Here he decides to test Sherman, and as Richard Sherman would say, you can't test Sherman. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. He will not end up winning this game. We get the 200K. Go check out C-Saint Gaming. He's a great commentator, great guy, and I'm gonna start doing a comment question today. So let me know in the comments, who is your dream card on mine?